Hello, I'm going to give you a brief overview of Desire to Learn and some of the resources for your classroom that I can support you with as the e-learning contact for the board. If any of these things look interesting, send me an email or call me. If you have any extensions or different modifications to these things, let me know as well. Desire to Learn is still relatively new in our board, and I'm always looking for new ways to use it, and new ideas are constantly arising when I do work with teachers. So I appreciate any input or advice you can give me. One nice thing about Desire to Learn is it's kind of a warehouse for many different ministry licensed software packages. Learn 360, Adobe Connect, Gizmos, and so on are all available within the one username and password you'll be given. So you don't need to enter any other username or password to access a variety of these services. Learn 360 are educational videos that can be found through the Media Center. If you're set up in D2L, you just have to go here and not enter any other username or passwords to watch the videos. The Preview of Course Materials site allows you to go in and see the blended learning courses and packages that are written for elementary and secondary. They have all strands written for grade 7 and 8, and a variety of strands written for grade 4, 5, and 6. Early years, grade 1, 2, and 3 have carousels of interactive learning objects that work well on a smartboard, or a projector and laptop, or an iPad with the Puffin browser installed. Gizmos are an awesome resource for math and science teachers that allow you to do many different mini labs and use them as digital manipulatives. If this is something you're interested in, it's a great way to use them through Desire to Learn. The username and password that Gizmos generally create for students are sometimes kind of unwieldy and tough to have students remember. They would just have to know their D2L password to access the Gizmos. You can use Desire to Learn as a course webpage. It is full-featured. It has a calendar. It lets you post assignments, handouts, give reminders. It lets you use the Desire to Learn site as a clone of Remind 101 and can send text messages to their phones. It also lets you post news and reminders. There is an online quiz tool built within Desire to Learn. You can create quizzes that auto-mark themselves. There are many different types of questions that can be added. It does all kinds of cool features. It randomizes question orders. It randomizes the stems, and really allows you to build some pretty creative quizzes fairly quickly. Pre-created quizzes are ones that I've made up that teachers can use. I have the literacy test for grade 10 students, although they can be used for other classes if you wanted your students to try those out. It also has the EQAO quizzes for grades 3, 6, and 9 created. And these are all in the formats that auto-mark once students complete them. And it can give students immediate feedback on how they did. I am consistently trying to make more of them. It's not complete for the grade 3 and 6, but trying to make more and more questions so teachers can use them for practice throughout the year. D2L provides a cool way for students to submit assignments. Right now, if you want students to submit you work, they may have to use the Teacher Connect folders on their desktops. If you're on an iPad, or you're using EduCreations or Doceri or other apps that allow the students to explain their thinking, you might not be sure how to get the work from them. Through D2L, you can use your iPad to submit your work. You can use their laptop to submit work directly to you, and it all gets time and date stamped. Once it's time or date stamped, it is listed by student name with the assignment, and it's as easy as clicking the link for the teacher to see their work. The nice thing about this setup is that you can see their work and assess their work anywhere. It doesn't need to be on a school computer. You could be at home using the app. You could be anywhere with a wireless connection. You can leave type feedback if you wanted. Students then would receive the feedback next time they log in. You can leave feedback via Rubric. The Rubric tool allows you to build and create rubrics that you can use to assess work that students submit. It's also very nice, and I'm beginning to explore the idea that you can use these rubrics to give feedback for performances, role plays, other items that students would be doing in the classroom, or for learning skills. You can also, if you have an iPad and hopefully soon an Android device, leave annotated feedback. You can see on the screen here the teacher used strikeout, highlighted, underlined the student's work. on their iPad, and then the feedback and the annotations are sent back directly to the student. When students do submit written work, it gets automatically run through Turnitin.com, which is a plagiarism detector. It's kind of neat, and you can see in the highlighted areas the student's work that was copy and pasted from the web is detected, and shows you the exact sites the students copied and pasted it from. If you wanted students that were weak writers, or you wanted to differentiate, just do something different, you could have students record their voices and submit it to you. It's kind of neat, something fun for language teachers and others to use. It's a great way to have online class discussions. If you had a colleague in another school, you could do some pen pal work. You could use students in your class to peer review work, and then you can see exactly what each student said about the student's writing or their work. You could use it for some sort of weekly online discussions, responses to current events. If you're in a computer lab or the majority of your class has a mobile device, you could do it for bell work. Lots of really neat ideas, and and these examples are beginning to grow. I know some teachers have looked at using literacy circles in the discussions. It really is really customizable and can go in any direction that you want. If any of this sounds interesting or you want to try it, email me at justin.levac@publicboard.ca, and I'm pretty flexible. I can come out to your school typically quite quickly. Thanks for watching.